that because so much of myself is out in the public, I do not need to explain who's in my life, why they're in my life, and when they're not in my life. That experience taught me to say, you know what, I'd rather people speculate and gossip and talk about who is or who isn't in my life, as opposed to people talking about what I'm telling them is and is not and could never be. People will always have an opinion of your life. Why are you going to go and give them gasoline?
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie, and it's Lifestyle Thursday, and we continue having a most amazing conversation with Sheila. And you know, I was going to say, even for radio, you know, you said Sheila laughs out loud. It should have been Sheila laughs out loud on radio, but now it's also Sheila lives out loud.
Yes,
and I think you've always been living out loud, because even when you said you used to laugh on radio, laugh at your own jokes, you know, you have your own
this thing happening. It's a concert, it's an event all by itself inside,
and they will draw. People will be happy with it and people will not be happy with it, and then there's Sheila lives out loud. So now,
yes,
you're the one who started this lifestyle thing, so let me start with you. So a lot of pressure, the people give you a lot of pressure about is Sheila not getting married, when are you going to have children, all the normal drama, which I don't know why people have the drama.
Okay, well, here's the thing, you know, being in such a public space.
I view.
I'm even laughing. You see, I didn't even crack the joke and I've started. That's how bad I can get.
Oh my goodness.
It's insane, you know. Years ago, and I get it, most of the time, you know, notoriety, and I use the word loosely, but it's the stuff that gets people talking about you, because you're not always going to be, you know, success. There's also other sides of your life. And there was always this curiosity about my love life. And I remember I was engaged to a wonderful Englishman, and that didn't work out for reasons which, of course, you know, I decided the public didn't really need to know.
They don't need to
because
know.
Again, hello, we don't live together and they don't pay my bills. So now Fernando up with.
And they don't live in your house.
Exactly. But then the curiosity, but that incident taught me something, that because so much of myself is out in the public, I do not need to explain who's in my life, why they're in my life, and when they're not in my life. That experience taught me to say, you know what, I'd rather people speculate and gossip and talk about who is or who isn't in my life, as opposed to people talking about what I'm telling them is and is not and could never be. People will always have an opinion of your life. Why are you going to go and give them gasoline? You can't be helping the gasolines and the fires that happen. And the pressure, of course, is there. You know, you're a woman of a certain age. Maybe you shouldn't be dressing like this now. Maybe you shouldn't be doing. Yes. Maybe you should now have. There are even those who say, you know, you don't need to be married to go and have a child. In case you're thinking you should be married first, just have a child. It's okay. It's the year 2019.
You can just have a child.
No, it's not.
And what about my values and what I believe in?
Yes. What about? If there's one thing, Pastor Angie, I know for sure about myself and how God has made me, is I cannot settle. I cannot look at myself in the mirror and say I am married to someone and know that I'm not married to the person I should be married to.
You're just settling.
You're just settling. God didn't bring us here to settle.
He didn't.
We're not potted plants.
We can't just settle.
No. I don't.
And you know the misery. I don't understand when people understand the misery of settling or even the misery of being in a wrong relationship. I don't think people understand it fully.
And not just for that person. In fact, not even for yourself. I'm thinking of the other person, because they're not getting you. They're getting a version of you that's not even second hand, third hand. It's not hand.
That is self-created in my brain. So you're not giving your all to even this person. And you can't give all to this relationship. So there's always going to be a vacuum and a spot and a hurt and a not I don't know, if things are not fulfilled, they're not, it's not coming into fulfillment, you know. And the more I learn about marriage and companionship, it's supposed to be a whole, and a whole coming together to create another whole, you know. So there's nothing like that you complete me, there's nothing like you complete yourself.
No, you completed
I complete myself
already.
Then we come together and we complete
and we
everything. It's not about, because then that means there'll always be this vacuum, you know. And I don't know, for a very long time, and I guess it's my the experiences I myself have had in relationships, I've understood that the most important relationship you need to get is that one, the one that you spend your life with somebody else. That is so critical.
It's vital, because this is the person who's supposed to know you inside out. If they say this woman did not do that, there could never be a shadow of doubt in that statement. But when you're coming into a relationship with 1/8 because he's got the money, he's got the name, he's got the genes, he's got whatever, no. And of course it can be lonely. I will be honest and say,
as well.
You've got friends who've got kids who are now 5 or 6 and 7, and you've not even started. And then you've also got friends who are on husband number 2 and husband number 3, and you haven't even started. And you're just thinking, dear Jesus,
when is it going to happen to me?
Is it going to happen? But I think about 2 years ago, I woke up one morning and 3 years ago when I had back surgery, and God said to me, everything that's happened to you up until this point in your life, it wasn't in your hands. Yes, you went to school, but did you choose the school to go to? No, you didn't. You had food to eat. You have a brother. Did you choose a brother? No. Did you choose your mother? No. Did you choose your father? No. Even this music business, did you choose the talent you're coming to this world with? No. So now is when you're going to start panicking.
Imagine.
Whatever you're going to create in your life, it's not by power, not by might. It's God who opens things for us, because I know graduates with A's, and they can even probably cure cancer if we just give them 2 months.
Opportunity.
But where are they? What are they doing?
And nobody has even given them that opportunity.
Exactly.
Despite it all.
And so it was just saying, God just saying, take your time. I've got you. If I send a man, he will come. And if I don't send a man, am I not enough? Where?
Enough. We are. And you know, that's the thing with God. You know, you just have to be in that place where you agree to his plan. You know, you agree to his flow. And then you will be happy. Because he could bring that man, and then maybe if he brings the man, it will be the perfect person. But if you engineer your own things, then you get into much more trouble. You know, much more trouble. Sometimes I say, it's okay, I'd better go home alone, sit down, watch my Netflix, or do my prayers, or do something, or go out with friends. But I'm doing me, and I'm happy with me, rather than trying to birth a counterfeit, which is going to bring me more problems than I could ever imagine, and bring you more sadness and more emptiness, you know, than you could ever imagine. So I really love that. And you see, everything that has happened so far, we haven't orchestrated it. So why do you want to start orchestrating it now?
This is the point where you'll become the great meddler on the roof.
You should no. You just need to relax.
Take
and
it
know
easy.
that God, and he's not wicked. You know, that's another thing I found out about God.
He's
inherently not a wicked person.
No, he's not.
So he wants
looking
good
to
things
punish
for you.
Like,
he wants good things for you, and he's done lots of good things.
Yes.
So why can't we just celebrate and embrace and move on and stop? Because it goes back again to what we said at first. It's that rush or that meddling is coming because we want things to conform to a certain way that the world has dictated, but really not him. And you see, so far, even everything that has happened, you know, you could have remained the girl who didn't make much of her life, but with him you've done so much.
So much. And this is not me, because again I go back to lying in that hospital bed and him asking me, if you're going to say when you were more slender or whatever, and you could wear a size 10 dress, that you had the world at your feet. No, it wasn't your dress size that gave you the world. It wasn't. There's nothing you did, Sheila, to have these doors open, because they could have easily opened for your neighbor as well. It could have just been one of those, just be in the right place at the right time. So I cannot lay claim and stake ownership to what God has given me. I can say I'm stewarding it. And sometimes I don't do the best job, but I'm doing my best. I'm showing up and I'm saying, here we are. What do we do today, Dad? What's the expectation?
That's amazing. And stewardship is very key. You know, in God's business, stewardship is it. That He's even this life, even this purpose and the gifts, the talents, the skills, the experiences, the exposure He's given you is so that you can be a steward.
Exactly.
You
and
can
help,
be a
Pastor
steward.
Angie. Help. For how many years did I work? And the reason why I even had that back surgery was because of complications from a road accident in the year 2007. And the complications arose 8 years later, months after I've lost my job. And for some reason, when I was leaving the institution, the HR head said, part of the process is you hand back your
medical
insurance cards. And he said, we're not going to get a refund on this, so you've got this card for 1 more year. So I kept that card for 1 more year. But a month before it expired, the complications were too much. And that's the card that paid for it. So did I control that? Was I in charge of that? No. And so now is not when I'm going to panic. Now is not when I'm going to start thinking there's a box I need to take and there's a child I need to be a mother of in this moment here when God hasn't said this is it. Now it's just live your best life, baby girl.
I know.
You know?
And live it well.
Yes.
And I love it. And I love that you're living it out loud. That's amazing. And I know that you've helped very, very many people who are trying to be boxed in by life circumstances and somebody who has set a or the world has set a standard, which is not a real standard. And then you know that the same things don't happen to all of us at the same time. This is not about equality, that this has to happen, this has to happen, this has to happen. Life happens.
Yes.
Life happens to people, and different circumstances lead to different things and different outcomes, you know. We're not all going to have the same, otherwise the world would be a very boring place. First of all, we can't have the same outcomes. There's color, there's even different colors, there are different experiences. But I think that what I'm hearing you say, and I love, is that we've just got to trust God in the seasons that we're in. And trust that He's brought you this far.
The next phase is not going to disturb Him, surely. Seriously? All these years, and then now is when it's a bit unsure of what happens next. No. He
is so sure.
Wow.
Next week I want to talk about your career, because that's been amazing as well. And that's where you brought a lot out of me, which I really am grateful for. God bless you guys. See you next Thursday. Bye.